All right, hi friends. My name is Robert Duff. I am a psychologist and also a lover of music. So today I am excited to react to the new Hayley Williams track, Mirtazapine. Now, full disclosure, I have heard this track before, probably once, not very closely. I definitely don't know any of the words to it. I couldn't play it in my head for you or anything like that. So I'm going to be looking at the music as well as the lyrics today. And I'm really excited about this. I have been a Hayley Williams fan for a long time, ever since, All We Know Is Falling with Paramore. Listened to them all throughout, teenage, early adult years, and then, into her solo stuff, which is amazing. If you haven't checked out her other solo projects, definitely do so. But yeah, she put out a bunch of singles all together, and these are, from what I understand, like her own label or an indie label that she and others have started. I could be wrong about that, but I know it's not like a major label. And she released them in a really fun way initially on her website, where you had to put in a code and download it like you would an MP3 from, an old website. So that was fun. But they're up on other platforms now, so I'm going to pull it up on YouTube. I'm going to listen to it and check out the lyrics and give you my honest reaction to it, really paying attention to it for the first time. Before that, I did want to talk about the title. So mirtazapine, that is an antidepressant medication. And it's an interesting one because typically with the medications you have, the most common antidepressants or anti-anxiety medications are what are called SSRIs. So that's selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. Those are things like your Prozac or Lexapro, things of that sort. And those work by increasing the amount of serotonin available in your brain, which has an antidepressant effect and an anti-anxiety effect. Mirtazapine is also called Remeron, that's the brand name for it, and it works a little bit differently. It does work on serotonin in a similar way, but it also works on norepinephrine, through a different channel. And it also has a bit of an antihistamine effect, so it's a little bit sedating. So it's kind of a combination medication that works in different fronts, and some people find it to be very, very helpful for depression and anxiety. So let's dive into it. Already, what a beautiful, like, visceral description of depression. When your heart's sinking, a sinking stone, smashing, fusing to your bones. Often, with depression, you don't just feel sad or tired. You feel this like bone deep exhaustion, as if getting up to turn off an alarm that's going off or answer the door would be the most difficult thing in the world. It's just such a, yeah, it's a bone deep thing. And losing all your appetite, appetite gain or appetite reduction are both common in depression. And so in the first verse, that's very, very apt. My genie in a screw cap bottle to grant me temporary solace. I could never be without her. I had to write a song about her. Who am I without you? Okay, so this is a love letter to mirtazapine. My genie in a screw cap bottle, right? The medicine bottles, to grant me temporary solace. I could never be without her. So, just that bit of relief that comes from a degree of chemical support, which is absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. But how fucking hilarious and perfect for 2025 to have a love letter to an antidepressant. Wake okay, before we get into the pre-chorus and chorus again, it sounds like very, very personal reflections on what it feels like for her to be depressed and feel like everything is her fault, right? There's that personalization that happens with depression where it's not any of these million factors. You cherry pick the ones that point out that it's your fault, that things will never be the way they were before. And you can have that brief respite, whether it's from medications or from just forgetting for a little bit, maybe you were asleep, whatever, and you have that lightness. And then what you've concluded about yourself comes crashing back in. Yeah, real shit. Let me back up a little bit. That way, here come my genie in a screw cap bottle to grab me temporary solace. I could never be without her. I had to write a song about her. Who am I without you Mirtazapine, you make me eat, you make me sleep. Mirtazapine, you let me dream, you let me dream. I'll point out that there's probably a bit of a double meaning there, that you let me dream. Or maybe it's listing both of those, right? You let me dream and you let me dream, meaning literally, you let me sleep in a way that's deep enough that I can actually have dreams again, which is something that a lot of people miss out on. And then you let me dream, meaning like I can think about my future, right? A lot of people with this kind of depression don't think past the next few days or even past the day because they don't know if they're going to make it to that. So I'm assuming here, I don't know what Hayley's intention was, but you let me dream, you let me dream. I wonder if that is literally like you let me dream and you let me dream. Also, I just gotta say, beautiful song, and like I love a kind of major sounding upbeat song that has these very like sad or deep undertones to it in the lyrics and the content. Banger. Yeah. Okay. That's a great track. I mean, the end there with like the guitar, like bum, 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 kind of that discordant sound on either side. I think it was panning back and forth to some degree. It's funny because there's, yeah, as I said, it's sort of a major, like upbeat song. And obviously it's like a love letter, but it's love letter to Mirtazapine. And so there's also this like underlying current of almost like a manic energy there, like at the end, the kind of like maniacal laughter and like the discordant guitar back and forth. Kind of eerie, but kind of really fucking awesome too. Short song, less than 3.5 minutes, so a short reaction here. Let me know what you thought of Mirtazapine. I think it's a really, really cool song, and a couple interesting tidbits that we pulled out from the lyrics there. Really curious about that you let me dream line. And of course, for anybody that has suffered with depression, this is like gonna ring true for a lot of you. And there's nothing wrong with Mirtazapine. There's nothing wrong with medications. I've been on Lexapro myself, so that's a escitalopram for years now, and my 10 milligrams does me just fine. So never let anybody shame you for the medications that you are on. Never let anybody shame you for having mental health issues. And thank you for joining me. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to react to. Drop it in the comments below. See ya.